Motivation. It's something we all crave, yet it often feels like it's just out of reach. Today, we're going to break it down and make it more accessible for everyone. We all want it, but it can feel so elusive, right? You might find yourself staring at your to-do list, feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start. Or maybe you have big dreams but can't seem to take the first step, like it's some magical force that only shows up sometimes. It's almost as if motivation is a fleeting shadow, always slipping through our fingers just when we need it the most. The truth is, we often misunderstand motivation completely. We think it's something that just happens to us, but in reality, it's something we can cultivate and control. We buy into myths that hold us back from reaching our full potential. These myths create barriers in our minds, making us believe that motivation is rare and hard to come by. In this video, we're diving deep into 10 common motivation myths that are keeping you stuck. These myths are more than just misconceptions. They are roadblocks that prevent you from achieving your goals. I'm going to give you practical tips to break free from these limiting beliefs and transform your life. We'll explore actionable strategies that you can start using today to boost your motivation and keep it high. Get ready to get real about motivation and unlock a whole new level of success. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what motivation truly is and how you can harness it to achieve your dreams. So, let's get started and make motivation work for you. How many times have you put something off because you just didn't feel like it? We've all been there. It's a common scenario. You have a task to complete, but you just can't seem to muster the energy or enthusiasm to get started. You tell yourself, I'll do it later when I feel more motivated. But that moment of motivation often never comes, and the task remains undone. Here's the thing. Waiting for motivation to strike is a recipe for procrastination. When you rely solely on motivation, you're setting yourself up for failure. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. If you wait for it, you might be waiting forever. Instead, you need to create a system that propels you into action regardless of how you feel. Motivation isn't the spark that ignites the engine, it's the fuel that keeps it running. Think of motivation as a byproduct of action. When you start doing something, even if it's just a small step, you generate momentum. This momentum then fuels your motivation, making it easier to continue. It's a cycle. Action leads to motivation, which leads to more action. Think about it. You don't wait to feel motivated to start driving to work, do you? You get up, get dressed, and head out the door because you know it's something you need to do. The same principle applies to any goal or task. You don't need to feel motivated to start, you just need to start. You just get in the car and go. Once you're on the road, you might start to feel more awake and ready to tackle the day. The act of starting sets everything else in motion. It's the same with any project or goal. The first step is often the hardest, but it's also the most crucial. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation. When you take that initial step, no matter how small, you set off a chain reaction. Each subsequent action becomes easier, and before you know it, you're making significant progress. It's like jogging. The first few steps might feel tough, but as you keep going, you find your rhythm, and it becomes more manageable. So the next time you're feeling stuck, remember, don't wait for the feeling, take the first step. Break down your task into smaller, manageable actions. Focus on what you can do right now, rather than the entire project. This approach reduces overwhelm and makes it easier to get started. What's one small action you can take right now to get started on a goal? Maybe it's writing a single sentence, making a phone call, or organizing your workspace. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they build momentum and lead to bigger accomplishments. Write it down and let's do this. By committing to that first step, you're setting yourself up for success. Remember, motivation will follow action. So take that step no matter how small and watch as your motivation grows. Let's get started and make things happen. Let's ditch the pressure of feeling motivated 24/7. Life throws curveballs, and some days just getting out of bed feels like a victory. The truth is, relying solely on motivation is like building a house on sand. It's unstable and unreliable. Instead, focus on building habits and discipline. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for inspiration to strike, you just do it because it's part of your routine. Consistency is key. What's one small habit you can commit to building today? Start small, stay consistent, and watch the magic happen. Motivation without a plan is like setting sail without a map. You might have the wind at your back, but without a clear direction, you'll just drift aimlessly. You might feel excited at first, filled with energy and enthusiasm, but soon you'll find yourself lost, unsure of where to go next. It's like being in a dense forest without a compass. To truly succeed, you need to combine motivation with clear goals and strategic action. Think of it as plotting your course on a map. You need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Break down your big goals into smaller, manageable steps. This way, each step becomes a milestone, a small victory that keeps you moving forward. Create a roadmap that outlines your path to success. This roadmap should include not just your end goal, but also the smaller goals and tasks that will help you get there. Remember, motivation might get you started, but it's your plan and your commitment that will get you to the finish line. It's the consistent effort, the daily grind that turns dreams into reality. So ditch the overwhelm and get organized. Clear your workspace, sort your tasks, and create an environment that fosters productivity. What's one small step you can take today to move closer to your goal? Maybe it's making a phone call, sending an email, or simply writing down your next task. Every small step counts. Set a timer and focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention and see how much progress you can make in just 25 minutes. Then, take a short break to recharge. Review your progress regularly. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Share your progress with a friend or a mentor to stay accountable. Adjust your plan as needed. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes you'll need to change course. That's okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Stay motivated, stay focused, and remember that every journey begins with a single step. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your feet on the path. You can do this. Motivation isn't just for the motivated. Here's a secret. Motivation isn't some magical gene that some people are born with. It's a skill, a muscle you can develop over time. Anyone can cultivate motivation with the right mindset and behaviors. Start by identifying your why, the deep personal reason that drives you. Connect with your values, your passions, and your purpose. When your why is strong enough, motivation becomes a natural byproduct. So, ditch the limiting belief that you're not a motivated person. You have the power to create the life you want. True motivation comes from within. Sure, external rewards like money or recognition can be motivating in the short term, but true, lasting motivation comes from within. It's about aligning your actions with your values, pursuing your passions, and finding meaning in your work. Tap into your intrinsic motivation by asking yourself, what truly excites me? What impact do I want to make on the world? When you're driven by purpose, you unlock a level of motivation that can't be touched by external factors. So ditch the chase for external validation and connect with your inner drive. Positive thinking isn't enough. Don't get me wrong, positive thinking is important, but it's not a magic wand that will instantly manifest your dreams. Thinking positive thoughts without taking action is like expecting a plant to grow without water or sunlight. It's crucial to balance optimism with realistic planning and preparation. Set clear goals, break them down into manageable steps, and create a solid plan of action. Remember, it's not about wishing for things to happen, it's about making them happen. Let's get real. Even the most motivated people face setbacks and challenges. Motivation isn't about feeling happy and peppy all the time. It's about having the resilience to keep going even when things get tough. Embrace the ups and downs as part of the journey. Remember, setbacks are opportunities for growth and learning, so ditch the fear of failure and embrace the messy, beautiful process of pursuing your goals. Here's the thing about motivation. It fluctuates. Some days you'll wake up feeling unstoppable, and other days you'll need to drag yourself across the finish line. That's perfectly normal. Don't beat yourself up when your motivation dips. Instead, focus on building habits and routines that keep you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Remember, consistency is key. We live in a culture obsessed with instant gratification, but real success takes time and effort. Having more motivation won't necessarily make you achieve your goals faster. It's about showing up consistently, putting in the work, and being patient with the process. Focus on making steady progress, one step at a time. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Motivation is important, but it's not the be-all and end-all of success. It's just one piece of the puzzle. To truly achieve your goals, you need to combine motivation with other essential ingredients like discipline, planning, focus, and time management. Create a system that supports your success. Set boundaries, prioritize your tasks, and eliminate distractions. Remember, success is about showing up consistently and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. So, there you have it. 10 motivation myths debunked. Remember, motivation isn't some magical force that only a select few possess. It's a skill you can develop, a muscle you can strengthen. By understanding the true nature of motivation, you can break free from limiting beliefs and unlock your full potential. Now, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Choose one tip from this video and commit to implementing it in your life today. I can't wait to see what you achieve.